The buying and selling of gold and silver internationally really should not be as difficult as I've experienced it in the last couple of weeks and months, with incorrect import taxes being levied of hundreds and hundreds of pounds, and some of my customers being frog-marched into customs houses to open packages with people under supervision for fear of what exactly is unknown. So now it's time for a Backyard Bullion ranty ramble. Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here. Now today I have a moan, a rant, dare I even say a ramble to share with you all about the joys and woes of import and export in a post-Brexit world. We have certainly had a few interesting situations from my perspective as a small business, as a seller, and it really should not be this difficult to buy and sell gold and silver internationally in the 21st century, in this modern new world that we live in of digital age. It really should not be difficult, yet somehow, whether by design or by fault, we are just stuck in this absolute archaic system of import-export, and the inability of other people and other organisations to even fathom the right rules and make the right decisions is just beyond me. So I've got a few case studies, a few examples to share from my own experience. One about incorrect import charges being taxed to me and being completely out of pocket for gosh knows how many months until I get refunds. And then some of the absolute crazy stories of customers of mine who've bought things and had them imported into their own countries in Europe and have been frog-marched almost down to customs houses to open packages in front of customs agents and be waiting for hours and hours at a time, and just other ridiculousness and red tape. It's just silly. It's just not how businesses want their customer experience to be, and it's not how it should be in this world either. There's definitely just this post-Brexit, post-COVID excuse going on. And COVID also forms part of this as well, because when you try, for example, to get hold of some of the companies out there that make these annoying mistakes, these boo-boos, I'm going to be talking about one of my own case studies, which is a big courier company that rhymes with Shed Hex. I think we all know who we're talking about. Basically, you may have seen on my channel a couple of weeks ago, I did a video, I haven't got it here, but I did a video on the new Rwanda Nautical 1 ounce gold Sadov coin, which is a gold coin, and it came from a dealer in Europe, which was great to have come through because, I was like, well, it's investment gold, so it's VAT free and that will be fine, it comes through. And FedEx, I've said, we all know who we were talking about, Shed Hex, FedEx, whoever they are, they delivered the coin absolutely fine within 24 hours of payment and dispatch, done in my hand. Absolutely brilliant. No import charges, no invoices, no nothing. And then all of a sudden I get a little notification that FedEx have tried to bill my card for the import tax, and that's no small sum. It's a large, we're talking several £100s, multiple hundreds of pounds that they tried to bill my card. Now, fortunately, the card which I had on the FedEx billing system had expired. It had just, run out, and I'd got a new one. I hadn't updated it on their system. So I got some emails from FedEx going in saying, you have an outstanding invoice, please go pay. Okay, right, they've made a mistake. They don't understand what I've bought. So I sent all of the information off to FedEx through their billing system, and they came back with absolutely nothing. No response, no anything, no reply for like 4 weeks. And during this time, I've been trying to contact them as well. And crikey, it is just... So this is where the COVID thing comes in, because evidently they've decided that they don't want to speak to any customers. They don't want to speak to anybody from the billing team doesn't want to speak to anybody. If there's a dispute, you are directed to the online platform. If you go through their phone lines and you click option 4 for query invoice or invoices relating, queries relating to invoices, it says please direct your query to the online billing team through this portal on their site. And that's exactly what I'd done. No reply for 4 weeks. So I actually ended up sending them basically an ultimatum email saying, I've sent you all the information that you need to make a decision about this particular case. You're wrong. Here's all the information why I believe you're wrong. And it's very clearly set out in the UK .gov guidance and guidelines and the VAT schedules and all of that. I had all of the information, all of the invoices from my purchase and everything. And I said, if I don't hear from you within 7 days, then I will consider this matter closed in my favour. And lo and behold, I got an email back the next day from somebody saying, we have taken the time to have a look at your case and find absolutely no reason why it shouldn't have tax. So we are right, you are wrong. And that's, of course, a load of complete and utter horse poo. So I went on the Silver Forum and asked for a few bits of advice from various people. And the long and short of it is that, unfortunately, this big courier company that I've tried to keep anonymous by calling Shed Hex are absolutely useless when it comes to this kind of thing. They just don't, for whatever reason, want to even entertain the fact that they could be wrong. And the thing that really peed me off was that their response just simply blankets and says that any import that comes into the United Kingdom is due to have taxes on it. And that is just not true. That is factually incorrect. And it's just really, really annoying. So anyway, the long and short of it is that I am now out of pocket by several £100 because I have to pay that to FedEx and then they claim back from HMRC. Now, those documents have all gone off to HMRC, and I feel pretty confident about getting the money back. It's not that I fear that I won't, but I do have to basically be out of pocket for goodness knows, maybe 2, 3, 4 months. I don't know how long it's going to take. Some people have said it can take as little as 4 weeks, some people a couple of months. So, the point is here that FedEx have not done their job right, and they are almost to a certain degree, basically lying. Well, lying's a strong word. They're not lying. They're just ignorant to the fact that there are occasions where this kind of situation actually, doesn't have to happen. Now, I have heard from other people that other courier companies are a lot better. There's one, UPS, that have a basically investment gold coin form that you just fill in and send to them, and then they do all their job and they get it done. And it's done in 24 hours. Why can't FedEx do that? Because they're bone idle, because they're lazy. Now, this also comes back down to the sort of Brexit situation, because not only have we got the absolute farce of the imports coming into the UK and tax and levy. I mean, it's just piracy. It is literally high seas piracy, especially when companies are incorrectly putting taxes on things which shouldn't be taxed in the first place, like investment gold coins. Now, I understand when a company that's dispatching something doesn't put the right code on, and perhaps the courier company doesn't open it up and find out, or doesn't look at the invoice properly and makes a mistake. That's fine. But rectify the bloody mistakes as soon as possible. Don't just sit there and think that you're right and above reproach. It's just not correct. That is not how the world should work. Now, on the other subject of selling stuff to people in Europe, as a small business, I have some experience of that now. We have been in this post-Brexit trade world for over 9 months now, since the beginning of January, and I've sent numerous packages to customers in Europe. First off, I have had a bunch of customers from Europe flat out say, sorry, Backyard Bullion, but no more can we buy from you because of fears of all of the, rightly so, in fact, of all of the taxes and quite frankly bullshit that they have to go through. Excuse my language, but they really are. And I'm really peed off by one particular case for a customer in Germany who knew the risks of buying from me, and we did everything that we were required to do in terms of customs documents and everything. And I said to him, I can't lie on these forms. They have to be correct. They have to go out. And, it's very likely that you'll get these charges put on them. And he was still fine with that. He understood that. And we'll come on to another point that I'm going to make, because that's essentially double taxation. I am not VAT registered. I'm too small to be VAT registered. So this guy has paid basically VAT on my raw material that I put into my price, because I have to pay it. And then he's paid import tax as well. So he's been double taxed, which is just completely wrong. Now, the point here is that when he received the package, well, he didn't receive the package to start with. He had to go to a customs house, which was an hour's drive away from him in Germany. And then when there, he was made to wait for about 2 hours, he said, in their waiting room, basically with no real indication of when he might be seen. There was no time slot. It was just thanks for waiting, and we'll get you as soon as we can. And then he was basically frog marched into this room where he was basically asked to open this package in front of the customs agent, and then pay the VAT, the charge, the import, all of this. He has to pay the surcharge as well for their time and everything. And of course, he lost, the better part of 5-6 hours of his day just for buying a small piece of our poured silver. And rightly so, he emailed me with the feedback and everything. And I said, well, I'm really, really sorry. I offered him 100% refund on the product, because I was like, I don't really think that that's right, that you've been you've lost half a day, which is, people, maybe he doesn't work, maybe he's not working that day, but if people maybe had to take time off work to go and do that, they're losing money, and I just didn't want that. So I offered him a full refund. He very kindly declined it. But it's just, again, this whole absolute palaver of post-Brexit world and post-Brexit trade, and the fact that we've got this situation where customers in Europe are not even wanting to buy products from UK companies, and when they do, they're put through the rigmarole of it is equally as crap, in my opinion. I have another example which is still ongoing at the moment. So I sent a couple of products to a customer in Ireland earlier this year. Absolutely fine, went through their customs clearance, a little bit of tax to pay, and job done. Customer got the products, was very happy. Wanted to buy another product, bought one. We sent it through with the exact same. I'm talking the exact same everything. And customs have just come back and said, sorry, we cannot process this customs document, so we're returning it to sender. And that's, of course, just a load of complete and utter idiocy. So what I guess I am getting at here is that we've got this illusion in the UK right now that it is, everything's hunky-dory. Free trade is a wonderful thing and everything is just fantastic. And that's just a lie. That is a flat-out lie. Now, I don't really like being too political on this channel because I feel like it does alienate some people. And yes, there are benefits of Brexit. There are things that are good because of Brexit. But one of the biggest things that is not good because of Brexit is trade, is all of this disruption to business, to the absolute chaos that is out there now because of the post-Brexit trading agreements with the UK and the rest of the world. It's isolationist. It's just not the way that this 21st century should run, in my opinion. Now, that is my opinion. It may very well differ from yours, and I do apologise if I've rubbed anybody up the wrong way, but you have to understand that that is not a good way for a country to look to do business in any way, shape or form. There is no excuse for this, and it does come down to this kind of bone idle laziness in this post-COVID world, and I see it all the time with different big companies who still have call centres that are undermanned and understaffed, and they don't get in touch with you, or they don't do what they say they're going to do. It's just frustrating, it's annoying, it's just absolutely unacceptable in this 21st century world. And I guess that's what I want to kind of finish on, just to say that, for gold and silver, which is meant to transcend the stupidness of this modern world we live in this 21st century post-pandemic currency devaluating world of idiocy. It's meant to be something different. It's meant to be something better. But more and more I am seeing taxes being levied on online sales for US customers as well in different states. I'm basically seeing this stuff becoming more and more like gold dust when you find it at a decent price. And it is a shame. It is not how it should be. Now, I've made videos in the past talking about how I feel that that taxation is a good thing. Taxation is a good thing. I'm not saying here that we should not have any taxes or imports or anything like that. It is important to encourage homegrown businesses, but at the same time there has to be a happy medium on this, and I don't think right now we're at any form of happy medium because, and this is my final point, and I know I'm ranting and rambling, but that's what I do on this channel. That's why I do what I do. For those of you who have been watching this far, let me know down in the comments. But my final point here is that this is all fine and well if you have a system within the home country, within the United Kingdom, to actually compete and make things right and equal. The fact that we don't have competitive priced bullion, even necessarily for silver and gold, but certainly gold is, it's better than it used to be, but still we can't buy gold for less than 3 or 4% off dealers brand new, even more sometimes for these coins. And of course, when you get absolute crap coins coming out from places like the Royal Mint with quality control issues, it really does make you think, well, what's the point? What's the point in it all? And it just isn't right. For silver, there is this flourishing market for secondhand silver right now. There is this huge demand for it, but still very many dealers don't want to touch it with a barge pole. It's a lot too much work for them. There really is an open opportunity, I think, for a business out there to really start up a sort of second-hand silver purchasing on the VAT margin scheme, buy silver at the cheap, sell it for even cheaper than the bullion dealers without the VAT on it, and it would be absolutely fine, all above board, and you'd get a lot of customers. I think you'd get a lot of customers, and then that would shake up the big bullion dealers. But when I see, the big bullion dealers buying and selling second-hand silver and then charging the VAT on it again, it's just been double vatted, double taxed, and I don't believe in double taxation. It really shouldn't be like that. But ultimately, that's part of the world right now, and taxation is taxation at the end of the day. What can you say? We've been fed a pack of lies about Brexit, and it's all about tax. 100% all about tax. And if we go back to my first point, which is about the courier, Shed Hex or FedEx, incorrectly putting these import charges on there is only one reason why they do that. It's because they can charge you the luxury for that. They charge you £18 just because they can, and that's extra revenue in their pocket, and you can't reclaim that back. That is, it's their mistake. They know it, but they don't care. They just pass that on to you for the privilege of it, for the hell of it, and it's just not acceptable. So, yeah, I'll keep you all informed about the import tax, which is incorrectly been levied, and how the refund goes. And once I've got the refund, I will do a bit of a video showing that whole process, so that if anybody else is in this situation, you can get your money back as well, because it's not acceptable. And if we do get any other stupid issues with international shipments of our products to other countries, then I will let you guys know of the absolute ludicrousy. But whether it's the German authorities just basically putting the middle finger up to any British business that they say, right, well, we don't want you, you've left the EU now, you can jog on, the sunshine, or whether it's just simply the bureaucracy of the EU, it's probably a combination of the two. I don't know, but it is just stupid. It's horrible, and it's not right, and it should be changed. I think that's my rant. All over now. I do apologise, everybody, for that, but thank you for watching this far if you have. If you like what we have to say about this situation, you want to hear more, then please let me know by commenting down below and subscribing if you're not already subscribed. And if you have enjoyed our ranty ramble, then please do hit the thumbs up button. That would be very helpful indeed. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next video. As always, please make sure that you like, share, comment and subscribe for more.